Welcome to Braunhaven. We will be picking up where we left off last week. These guys have, uh, luckily for them, found a magic mirror uh, that allows them to scry on locations. It allows them to read. It's a mirror of thoughtfulness. I, is that the right name for it? It's actually the first time I've ever seen one of these.
Gave us a document.
Yeah,
Let's look.
mirror of mental prowess. And it allows them to read thoughts of people that are viewing are reflected in the mirror. It allows them to scry 3 times a day. They can a location they are scrying on, they can step through, and once per week they can ask a short question about a creature whose reflection is viewed in the mirror, and they will get an answer that will be true about that creature. And so they used the mirror to transfer their vast wealth back to Castle Braun, and then promptly stuck the mirror into a bag of holding, and are now getting ready to make their way down the mountain. Um, Currently, we are down Brian. We'll hope that he joins us soon. We were playing pretty late last night, so it's possible he overslept, but hopefully he will join us. Before we get started, we would like to thank a friend of the Greenwater Guildhall. None of these are sponsorships or partnerships of any kind. They are just friends that we really like. And today we would like to thank the Speechless Bard. Speechless Bard makes beautiful leather products for your role-playing games, such as leather covers for your core rule books. She has a line of bracelets with dice cutouts on them, and you can get those customized in numerous colors. Um, she has a dice rolling mat that when you roll it up, it looks like a spell scroll. Amazing, amazing work. She does all of the art and customization by hand, going so far as to go to the leather shops to hand pick out leather swaths rather than ordering in bulk. uh, if you order a product, you're going to want to give yourself a little bit of extra time, especially if it's for a gift, because she is over in the UK, so it can take a little bit of time to get over here. We also have a merch store via Zazzle. We've got hoodies with black and white sketch of all of the characters from today's game. We have a blanket with a map of the Glacier Empire on it. There is a wall poster map, the current 2.0 version of that map, showing. It actually shows areas that haven't been documented yet, such as the Borderlands. I know what's going on over there, for the most part. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff. If you want to help us out, 100% of the proceeds from that store goes directly back into the channel. So it helps us with the little nitpicky things like our Roll20 subscription or our Incarnate 2.0 subscription, things of that nature. So yeah, if you want to help us out, go get yourself a hoodie, and we appreciate everything you do for us. I am at like 64 pages. I, I I actually paused some of my writing. I did get a new map done on the new book, The Mystical Sylvanas Forest. Um, the reason why I took a break from writing is because I am spending that time actually reading the newest Traveler book, the Starship Operator's Manual, which is a fantastic book. It's not real crunchy as far as game mechanics go, but at the same time, it gives the background explanation as to why some of the game mechanics are what they are, because it is essentially describing what your role is and how things work on a small craft. And this, for the most part, this book will apply to operators that are using anything from a 100-ton ship up to, I would say, probably about 600 to 800 tons. Anything bigger than that is probably going to have a couple of little bit more automation, and there are probably a little bit different procedures, but a lot of it does carry over. So I am spending my time going through that book, and I've already found they have a chart in there. I don't know why it wasn't in previous books. There is a chart in there about the different cargo containers and their dimensions and how much they can carry. And I'm like, well, that should have been probably in the trade section of the core rulebook. I don't know why. How how did this, you know, how did we not have this before? And so that's a really excellent chart. There's it getting included in all my traveler games because it doesn't matter what ship you're on, you're going to have cargo containers, whether it's for stores for food or spares or what have you or whatever. They're going to be on just about every ship. So yeah, that I've been spending my time digging through that, and I mean I've got a reading backlog now because we we hit up the bundle of holding sale for the 12 volumes of the Journal of the Traveler's Aid Society, and so I've got what 8 of those that I got to read. Um, those are quick and easy reads. And then, of course, I need to finish the one I'm reading, and then I also picked up the Smallcraft catalog, and mostly I picked up Smallcraft catalog and Adventure class ships because the next campaign on Wednesday nights after Pirates of Drenex, I am kind of in the process of setting that up and building that, and there's going to be opportunities to trade ships many times. Or the potential to trade ships several times. So,
You're talking about the Skandervis getting on to the Ancients?
yeah, Skandervik is you're not a whole lot of opportunity to change ships there, but after that, um, there is going to be numerous opportunities to you'll start with a little beater ship that barely will fit what you want to do with it, but at least it'll get you around, and then you'll have an opportunity to upgrade from that, and then upgrade from that, and you'll just slowly have these opportunities to get bigger and better ships. Um, so yeah,
Sounds fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of working up to that and kind of look at I'm debating some of the ships that are the stock standards. I'm like, maybe I'll exchange that for another ship. you know, and so I don't know. It's never a bad thing to have a lot of ships available. Which is the same reason why I bought the field guide is because you can never have too many guns. So you
Yeah.
know,
Good call.
I'm a man who likes options. So yeah, I've been spending my time reading that, but I did, like I said, I did create the next map, and I will probably detail that Monday, and then moving on from there. So yeah, it is coming together. I'm not feeling the pressure to rush through it. So I figure I will if I if my mind is wandering, I will take the day to do something else and allow those thoughts to congeal, and that way I can get them. So, the question from here is, you've you've camped for the night, and the question is, where are you going from here? You can move.
We're going to go to the Wood Elf Village.
Okay.
Right? Isn't that what you...
That's what I want to do. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
gonna have comforts there. After
Yeah.
slogging through all the snow and shit, we're gonna.
Well, so we're going to go due south and do our best
Okay.
to do it. Just to declare things up front, because we're in such a wide open area, I will have a 0 AC because I'm going to go in my leathers.
Okay.
Leather armor today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Malachi, every day that we go, he is going to use a spectral steed in which he and Mavis can ride to kind of
Ooh. Okay.
help avoid some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe it's a slow.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just a spell slot. We don't have to feed it. So,
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, it's just a spectral horse, Part of being a necromancer that started to get a whole bunch of spell slots.
Right, right.
I don't get that many. Oh,
Well, I mean, they start adding up, and the second levels, I hardly ever use them anyway. But I'll use this every day because it gives us transportation that we don't have to feed and quarter, and I mean it's worth it.
So you you guys travel south, making it 12 miles for the day, trudging through snow and ice. This side of the mountain, there is a lot of glaciers and things of that nature. The first thing I need you to do. Okay. So you did not lose direction. You didn't get lost. That's good. And then, are you eating rations or are you hunting?
I mean,
Hunting, foraging. I mean,
or
without Brian here, you've got a 1 in 6 chance of hunting and foraging, or
and
you can eat
um,
rations.
I'm cool with rations. I mean, you need to
God knows you
forage
should
for your
have enough.
yeah.
yeah,
You guys have
we
done a
should.
lot of uh, you've done a lot of hunting and foraging in wilderness wise, and you didn't go through that many rations while you're in the dungeon, so you guys can mark off each a set of rations for each of your characters.
Okay.
So if I were to have two spectral steeds, right?
Hmm.
Could we go faster?
Well, yeah, because that gives us a base movement rate of 180, you know,
And then broom.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that
and
would
then a
allow you to
broom.
move 36 miles per day.
Then let's do that. I will expend two spell slots to do two things. It's a key of note is these spectral seeds move silently.
Right.
So
The broom's pretty silent by itself.
yeah,
Mm,
so
I
we ought to
think
be really
mine.
quiet. Yeah, that's all I'm saying there.
I'll put you down here. Each of you roll, or each of your characters roll a d6.
We encounter a couple twos.
Okay.
Maybe two, Allura, four.
Okay. So Alora. So the Alora you see, like 170 yards out. Oh, I guess I need to hold on. Maybe not. I don't know that you can actually.
Well, Laura would be on her broom, kind of.
Right. Right. That's not my question. I am looking at. It is winter. So you, uh, during your travels, a blizzard has kicked up.
Oh,
It
no.
is dumping up to 8 feet of snow. Winds are 20 to 45 miles per hour. Temperature is like -29 to -5. So it's quite chilly. In this case, Alora, you can roll a d6.
5.
Okay. I don't know. Find out. Hmm. So you guys camp. You set up camp in the middle of this blizzard, and uh, Alora just she didn't see anything. You know, you're sheltered as good as you can. You've got your tent set up, and are just kind of waiting out this blizzard. But Alora has this feeling like you're being watched. That's
Hmm.
Well, that makes me want to put on plate mail
okay.
and and be invisible and
Prepare, I
yeah,
guess.
prepare.
So Borman's taking first watch then.
That's right.
Okay. Uh, so you set up camp, and Borman can roll a d6.
5.
you you kind of hunker down and near the entrance to the tent because I mean it's dumping 45-mile-an-hour winds and dumping 8 feet of snow. You're probably not going to be sitting outside, but you are near the uh, opening of the tent and you kind of poke your head out every so often. You don't. I mean, your visibility is going to be next to nil. It's almost whiteout
Yeah.
conditions, and you don't see anything. Who's taking second watch?
Mavis,
All right, Mavis can roll a d.
3.
You don't see anything. But I
Dang.
mean, you guys are all paranoid at this point. Who's taking third watch?
I guess it'll make Malachi
Roll a d6.
5.
Nothing. And I guess that leaves Alora for final watch. She can roll a d6.
Well, waking up early. So 2.
A two. You don't see anything either.
All right. I guess just got scared for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah. So the next morning, well, let's. The blizzard has now turned into thunder snow. It has uh, dropped to dumping 4 feet of snow, and the temps have raised a bit, -15 to 10 degrees. So it's balmy compared to what it was yesterday.
We can't travel in that shit, can we? I mean,
That's up to you.
well, yeah, but
And you can see lightning flashes and thunder booms, and you all get a little nervous when you hear the thunder booms because you don't want there to be an avalanche. But so far everything's holding firm.
I'm gonna go ahead and maybe we should take our time to dig us out a little cave in the snow. That way, if an avalanche does come, it'll just kind of go right on top of us. We can dig out rather than be crushed and battered to death.
Okay, so you guys are going to remain camped for the night or for another day and dig out a snow cave. You guys can mark off another set of rations.
Okay.
And the night passes uneventfully. The thunder snow lasts for 2 days. So mark off another set of rations. And at the end of 2 days, another blizzard. So 8 feet of snow, starts
Yeah.
dumping again. Temperatures drop.
Like, when do you get control weather as a cleric?
I know. I think it's a lore that can do it eventually,
Oh, that's
but
right.
it's
You had
gonna
a
be a while.
scroll of control weather.
It
Yeah.
Well, we
really
used
saved
it.
our ass, but now it's
Yeah.
gone.
All
Maybe
right.
someday again I'll be able to do it
Yeah.
and not have to deal with this shit anymore. It'll be sunny in our hex every day.
Yeah.
Mark off another set of rations.
Well,
And finally, on the let's see, that's what you've been camped for nearly a week. Um, finally,
Yeah.
it comes out and it is clear and sunny. Temperatures are negative 29 to 10, and
Great.
it looks like this is going to stick around for a few days.
Let's go.
So you
yeah.
guys spend probably at least half the day digging your way out, but with your spectral steeds and the broom, you should be able to make it to the village. And
I will not be invisible as we approach the village. You know, maybe maybe have a lantern up or something to try to bring attention to myself. Strange villages probably don't take kindly to people creeping up on them, and if we want a friendly reception, we should announce ourselves.
Right, right.
Yeah, they're gonna notice this anyway, is how I feel, because not everybody can be invisible.
And
So
I've
might
never
as
had a
well.
dungeon. Yeah, I've never had a dungeon master let me sneak up on elves in a woodland village. They always have known I'm coming.
Right.
You know.
That's like your thing, yeah.
Yeah, Malachi does speak Elvish though, so he will speak out, be calling out in Elvish, saying things like,
Sweet.
"Hello, we come in peace, blah blah blah.
Wanna
Bring out your
trade?
dead." Yeah, I don't know if Malachi is really the guy we want talking to folks, but he knows Elvish.
It's happening. That's how it's gonna
Yeah,
go down. Aw, what a cute village.
yeah.
It's partially visible, I think.
Well, I didn't turn on Fog of War because you guys know that.
I just mean these towers, they look like I can't tell what they're in, so
But
trees.
yeah, I will give you some knowledge on what it is that you're seeing. So this is the wood elf village of Sina'estru. So you guys probably don't know a whole lot about wood elves. You know that there is a difference um, between regular elves and wood elves.
Yay, Brian's gonna join.
Oh hell yeah! Now that the combat chance is done, yeah. Yeah, son of a bitch. We get him to the fucking elven village where we're relaxing, and he's like, okay, he's been watching, right? You know, he's been watching. He's like, okay, I'll come in now.
Yeah, you guys had some lucky rolls there. Actually, that could have been.
It's fucking because we're playing D&D on fucking the Star Wars Day.
Right,
Oh,
right,
Happy
right.
May 4th.
oh, okay, I get it. All right.
Yeah, May the 4th be with you. Star Wars Day. That is today. You
I
know, and
I actually thought of at one point doing a Star Wars uh, game using old school essentials
oh, that might be fun. I want to be a Vulcan.
rules.
Ah,
But then I was thinking about like if I were to run a Star Wars game, I'm just gonna go back to the old school and use like the first edition of the West End Games D6 version. I mean,
Well, yeah, on Friday we're basically playing Star Trek.
no shit, right? No shit.
We're just zooming across unknown land. You know, I
just to explore. Is that the point of Friday?
no, there's
Well,
a
yes and no. I mean,
uh,
exploration is a very close second, but yeah,
we're
number
trying to find a path across the Great Rift to get to a mold that is it develops into a sentience that has psionic powers. It basically
Ooh,
consumes all life.
yeah,
It can
like
survive in space.
if even one spore of this fungus hits a world, it will in the vacuum of space it just goes completely inert. But as soon as it has something to feed on and a slightly warmer temperature, it will then spread and consume everything on the planet, all life.
Yeah,
And
um,
we
yeah,
have to cleanse it.
yeah, they're like the Third Imperium was like, no, we need to we need to
yeah,
put a stop to this.
exterminate. I get
Yes,
it.
yes, and so of course because it's way out beyond the red line, it's way past known charted space. So they
Does
are
bleach work on the spore like it does on most?
UV light works and
Oh,
fire
okay.
works. The problem with the UV light, so they've actually established UV lighting as part of their decon procedures in the airlocks. But the problem is that UV light can't get in every nook and cranny. There's always
That's
going to
true.
be some little spot that's shaded out of the UV light, and so um, yeah, it's
Uh, I've
You
been
need a photocopier type of bar,
right.
and
yeah,
then just flip over,
yeah.
and
Yes,
Yeah,
no,
I've been
that
doing a
won't
lot
get
of
you there.
medical research on it, you know, and it's pretty fun because when the crewmates, you know, go down and need medical attention, I take a lot of leeway with their care. Like, you know, I might give
yeah,
them some, yeah, you wake up with a neural jack in and fucking your eyes have been replaced and you're like, what the fuck? You didn't even ask. Be like, oh, you know,
pretty early on, they got into
Upgrade.
a fight with some guys that had some cybernetics, and they killed them, and then harvested the cybernetics from their
Oh, that's a good idea.
bodies. Right?
I have not thought to do that. Shit.
Yeah,
Okay, we're gonna do that
yeah.
next
That
time we
that's
kill
old
somebody.
cyberpunk shit. That's.
Ah,
Are you with us, Brian?
okay.
I'm alive.
hell
Nice.
yeah, man.
Welcome to
Yeah,
the Wood Elf Village. We didn't sneak up, so they're not pissed, as far as we know.
right.
Well, yeah. So you guys have pretty openly come in. So as I was saying, you guys probably don't know a whole lot about Wood Elves. I would think Jackson would probably know quite a bit more than what the rest of you would know. And so wood elves. The only thing that you really most of you would know is that wood elves differ from high elves, and nobody really knows fully what the story with that is yet. But there was some kind of schism that caused wood elves to break off from high elves, and this the wood elves essentially what that schism was is that the high elves one when the during the cataclysm the 12 elder gods when they came to the world, one of the 12 elder gods, Octus, who is the lord of the shadow realm, he is basically uh, uh, Malachi would be a big fan. He is the basically the Lord of the Dead.
Love him. Good
Um,
guy. Wholesome.
yeah, he 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 saw the Wood Elves or not the wood elves. He saw the elves at that time, and noted their extremely long lives. He also noted that they were created by the old god, uh, Sinaz, and he he knows that the elves were created in the Fey realm, and they actually migrated to the Prime Plane. And in the Fey realm, they are immortal. They will live forever. In the Prime Plane, not so much, but they have such long lives that most of the other races, just even the dwarves, just just refer to the elves as being immortal. Well, Octus kind of wanted that for the Shadow Realm. He wanted something that wasn't already dead to live in the Shadow Realm, to kind of be his, I guess, elite force, and he tempted the elves with something, and the elves started to question whether they should be starting to follow the 12 known gods as opposed to only following the old gods, because before this they had a strong druidic faith for the old faith. And this caused a schism with the wood elves saying, no, you sign as the old god created us, we need to, you know, we need to stay the course and stay with the old gods. Whereas the high elves started to, they could go either way, and they started to worship the known gods as well. And so this is how you end up with elven clerics, or elves can be both druids or clerics, whereas wood elves are only ever druids because they stick to the old faith. And the wood elves at that time left, and they kind of have become somewhat nomadic. um, they do have a few permanent locations, and this wood elf village of Sina'estru is one of them. And um, even though it is a permanent settlement, the people that live here, the population is very transient. So they might live here for a couple of years and then pack up their shit and leave, and whoever else has moved in basically takes over. And so, but they are very guarded. But Jackson knows that they do have the wood elves of Sina'estru. They are a part of the Ninvari tribe, and the Ninvari have a fairly good relationship with the Order of the Volchbion Rangers, of which Jackson has joined.
Sweet. I'm glad we have somebody who
Yeah.
can do something. We had Malachi speaking Elvish, but that's not as good as being a member of the Volchbion.
So
Yeah.
these are watchtowers that are set up in the trees, and
Okay, cool.
and so these trees are actually, so these watchtowers are actually, the trees are grown to actually form these watchtowers. They all of the buildings are actually cultivated vegetation and trees that have been force grown into these shapes to create, and this is common to all elves, to create these structures. And you can see these towers. How so? How are you guys approaching this village? You guys just spent a week buried in the snow from blizzard and thunder, two blizzards and a thunderstorm, and
I
you've
mean,
been eating rations.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah, their culture is nothing but showing off, isn't it? That's how
Um,
I feel about
high elves definitely. Wood elves, I don't know. Wood elves
Look
are
at come on, they cultivated the buildings out of trees. I'm
right.
like,
Yeah,
really?
a
And we're
bit.
rolling up all soggy, and
uh,
you've been
and
eating beef jerky and stuff.
I
Yeah.
mean, I guess the way to do it is to what?
I would like to start with if I know a greeting or I know of like a way of saying hello from the Voltron that like that's like a connection that's like, hey, I would like to start there, at least give some kind of like heads up if there's like an established greeting that we know as we approach as members,
Hmm.
so that they don't just outright be like, hey, F you.
Do you speak Elven?
Probably not.
I'll have to give it to Malachi to say and be like, hello, fellow nature respecters.
Yeah,
Hello,
yeah,
fellow hippies.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. If if Jackson knows some of the culture or something to say,
I don't know
you
that he would
know,
know some of the culture, but I mean, if you're just announcing yourselves as you approach, that would probably be.
Some of them have to speak common. That's how I
Oh,
feel
oh,
about it,
yeah,
right?
definitely, definitely.
It'll be all right.
yeah.
I
We'll
mean, I
see.
would feel like if like they have like an alliance with the Voltron, there's got to be some kind of like way of announcing ourselves, or we must have some kind of known way of like not being a threat as we approach.
Yeah, type
So,
of gang sign.
so you announce yourselves, and of course, from this tower, um, so each of these squares is 10 feet, and so this is laid out across a fairly large area. You can hear, I mean, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, across the silence of the freshly fallen snow, you can hear the creak of longbows being knocked and drawn. And so Jackson calls out, and from this tower, a Ninvari wood elf comes across the snow, and and he stops probably 20 feet from Jackson in front of this. The bottom of these towers are the trees are cultivated so that the bottom 10 feet of the tower is actually cultivated into like an arched gazebo, so that some of the guards have cover while they're on watch, while some of them have to, of course, stay up in the watchtower to watch. But
Okay,
the
fancy.
in this particular oh yeah in this particular tower there are only two guards, and one of them comes out and stays about 20 feet back, and he is armed. Uh, his sword is drawn. The other guard in the tower still has his bow knocked and drawn, and he, in common, yells to Jackson for you to state your purpose.
Well, we've been traveling, stuck in bad weather, and we seek shelter and perhaps food if you have any to spare. As and I would like to announce myself as a member of the Valshian and be like, was hopefully our alliance means something to you.
So, uh,
Tell him that we killed the fucking eye tyrant and shit.
Oh yeah, like we have just finished a great deed of valor, killing a horrible evil, and we are just seeking some shelter and warmth and food after taking out the eye tyrant and ridding. Is there any other enemies of theirs that we've come across that like might be like worth saying? And we've also
well, I mean, oh man, you've run across a bunch of shit. In your travels, you have run across human berserkers that would be of concern to the wood elves, of course. That's probably their wood elves, probably orcs, of course, fire giants, but they're on the other side of the mountain. Berserkers, dragons. Although the only
hmm,
dragons that you've run into were, other than Malachi, the only dragons in the wilderness you've run into, you've lucked out, and they were of gold or bronze variety.
except for that stone one, but
Yeah, we
Yeah,
done
killed
better
him.
than mine.
yeah.
Yeah, Yeah.
So
Okay, well, that's all I got to say. Unless you guys got anything else to add.
I'd
No.
like to tell them that we located the fabled place of Drothenstone, and that the Zolotoheim dwarves are repopulating there. So, you know, the landscape of this general area is starting to change.
So he tells Jackson. He says the Order of the Volspion is of course welcome to come in, and we will put you up for the night in the lodge,
Hell
which
yeah.
is right here.
Way to have some contacts, Jackson.
Yeah. We
And
could probably get rid of some of our stuff too if we want to sell some things. Or no, wait, we transported it all. Never mind.
Well, we have to go make deposits. I mean, withdrawals from the vault. But I mean, we could travel inside our vault and grab whatever the fuck we need and come back. You know.
That's true.
So
so to
the
tell
magic
you
mirror.
a little bit more, so down here, this is actually a large tower, again made of cultivated trees, but it has blue stained glass windows towards the bottom of the tower. But in the top of the tower, there are signal mirrors and a large brass brazier that is, in times of emergency or very dangerous inclement weather, probably like what you've experienced last week. That brazier will be lit with these signal mirrors, and they will give out a bright beacon that can be seen for miles, even in heavy fog. Um, Blizzard whiteout conditions is going to be a little harder to see, but that is what that building is. And then here, other map, building 3 is right here. Is a temple to Sinaz, the old god. It is actually made of white stone and stained glass. It has a 20-foot tall entry arch with the shingles are made of stone oak leaves. So the stone oak tree, it has it is a green leafy tree, and when the leaves fall, it sounds like tinkling because the leaves are actually shiny. They're almost like a metal foil. And elves will use them for a number of things, and in this case, they have used them as shingles for their roof. And it has open balconies on either side that look out over the village. uh, or, of course, you can't. This here is called the Grand Pavilion, and it is made of white stone and stone with stone oak leaf shields, and it is a ringed setup, and the outer ring are open stalls for like a market, and so these transient elves will come in and sell things to the people before they decide to pack up and move on. And then the intersection is a uh, library. Yes, so this spire in the intersection is actually 80-foot tall tower, and the interior of the tower is ringed with bookshelves, and then with a circular staircase that goes all the way to the top. And there are scrolls and texts and various books available in this library. Um, that the basically store here all the time. It's kind of a repository of information for the Ninvari Wood Elves. The lodge up here. So the lodge has large double doors. They're like 15 feet tall. The central hall is 30 by 30 feet and stands 40 feet tall, and this is the main meeting place for the Ninvari of Sina'estru. It contains multiple fire pits and barrels of elvish wine. There are other libations that have been imported, that the transient wood elves have brought with them and supplied. There are located on the west end and of the central hall. There are large rooms that are available for rent to uh, Volspion members and their guests. Um, Very rarely are the Wood Elves going to allow anybody into Sina'estru that are not friends of the Volspion. Um, they they don't want outsiders in their village. But there is a barracks as well, that the Ninvari keep a militia. They have guards and whatnot that will stay in the military barracks. That is a 50-foot tall tower. That is generally reserved for high-ranking individuals. But Volspion Rangers are sometimes invited to stay in the barracks free of charge. Sometimes.
Hmm.
Now,
Yeah, one of
Brian,
those times.
uh, in the chat, I put in the gold and silver and shit from last week.
Yes. Oh, and
If you want to put that on your total list.
and
The
I think
totals of everything that got transported back to our thing.
Oh, we did all the shit that's on your list too. He guesstimated what you had and made us take a lot of time to do it.
yes.
So, yeah, I'm just saying, considering you have the party funding list, add that to whatever the fuck we got, and that's all in the vault.
Okay, so then I will move it all to the vault,
And
which was previously emptied to pay for stuff, right?
correct.
Yeah, for the most part, we
Yeah,
had
I
looted
mean,
the fuck out of
there
it
was a
to.
lot of space in that vault, so I don't think you're gonna be hurting for space. Also, Dentry and Jackson, if you are down any hit points, you could roll 3d6 for rest.
Did they?
3d6.
Yeah, did they get any experience from last week where they divided into the thing?
No.
Okay.
Wasn't there for it.
Right.
I feel you, man. Well, I was trying.
10 points of health. Woohoo!
Does that bring you back up to full?
It does.
Okay. Uh, 6. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the lodge. Yeah.
Oh, that gets us further into the town. That's cool.
6 is basically what they refer to as the Sina'estru Palace. There are Ninvari nobles that stay at the palace, and the Ninvari tribe is ruled by the Engelas family, um, currently with Prince Nadar Engelas as the head. He is a prince, and he is here with his wife, Princess Glandria, or Galdria, and they have two sons, Aramon and Tarand. And there are 30 in this palace. They are under constant guard. There are 30 Ninvari veterans that guard the royal family at all times. For the most part, because they're the royal family, they don't really move around and travel that much. So, uh, Jackson, you can roll 2d6 plus your plus or minus your charisma modifier.
2d6 plus or minus my charisma,
Yes.
which is -1. So 8.
So um if you are in need of shelter, they will allow you to stay in the barrack. Otherwise, they will charge. Charge is uh,
Did I use traveler rules to roll that?
no, no, that they are very similar. They are
I was
very
like,
similar.
the hell?
They're very similar. Yeah, you're starting to see how similar these old school games are. Yeah. Um. Da, da, da. So for the if you were to stay in the lodge room, the rooms for rent, it is 5 silver pieces, and that would be or I'm sorry, a one silver piece, and it would be a common room. There is a fireplace, but you would just roll out your bedrolls and sleep on the floor, kind of thing.
We don't want to like owe them, do we? And I think we have plenty of
No,
money.
we've got
That's good.
money. Yeah. I mean, I would think we kept a little bit of spending money on hand. If not, I've got my own personal money. I mean, I'll give them 100 gold pieces and tell them that this should handle all of our lodging and everything for the time that we're here.
Okay, how much are you giving them?
I'm gonna give them 100.
100 gold pieces?
I understand it's a lot of money, but
That's
I'm about to fucking try to provoke Alora to form some kind of alliance for our upcoming kingdom and shit. We're here, and that would be a wonderful showing that we're here for nice reasons, you know.
so. I mean, you pull out 100 gold pieces, and they're like, how? And their first question is, how long are you planning to stay? Like, you can't move in.
Oh no, I mean, but we will. Surely, we're going to want to stay a couple of days and get the trail out, and we'll probably, it would be really wonderful if we could, maybe access some of your libraries to get some lore, and we'd like to trade some information. Uh, I'd really be interested to see if you all had any kind of bows, but.
Well, I will tell you, 100 gold pieces will cover your. I mean, anything that you want to eat and your lodging in the common room is all covered for 100 gold pieces.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
That'd be
I don't want to. I don't want to. That's what I was kind of thinking. Is if I overpay like that, then we don't have to do all the bullshit about how it costs 5 silver pieces to wipe your ass in this bathroom.
right,
And
right.
yeah. We should get covered, and hopefully it'll allow us access. To whatever markets and
Go
things
ahead,
they have.
go ahead and
But like,
roll 2d6 plus or minus your charisma modifier, but you get to add a +3 to that roll.
all right. Well, then this is Borman doing this. I don't think I have a charisma modifier. I don't. I have a 10 charisma. Okay, here we go. There you go.
Wow, boxcars. Okay, so, um, so
Borman looks good to these elves.
yeah,
His hair is called glistening in the air, and he's like, yeah.
yeah. The watch guard that brought you in tells Jackson. He says um, your friends know how to uh, know how to make your friends know how to make more friends. And he
Yes.
says normally um, access to the library at the Grand Pavilion is limited only to Ninvari elves and occasionally the Volchbion. But he thinks that your friend here has proven your sincerity and that you are not a threat to the Ninvari people, and so he will allow access to the tower. As far as purchasing things, anything that you can find for sale in the Grand Pavilion, of course, you are welcome to barter or spend coin for. Most of the time with the Ninvari Wood Elves, because they are only selling to one another in and out of these transient tribes. A lot of times they will barter rather than spend coin, but your coin is just as welcome.
Well, thank you. I mean, we do have access to probably some wonderful items that might work for bartering. You know, we would, maybe like to have a
Essentially, what he's telling you is that that the village as a whole doesn't have a whole lot of money.
that's fine. Yeah. I mean,
Harder
we're
it is.
yeah. Well, I mean, no. I mean, I, I don't really give a shit if we can sell them anything. But if they've got stuff that we want to buy, uh, I'd like access to the markets. And generally, trade is what drives everything.
It's
True.
true.
Yeah. You know. Um.
We gotta
With
have a good bow. We're
uh,
gonna.
yeah, I'm thinking they would have some good bows, maybe some high level druid scrolls or something. Might be maybe some witch shit here too, because of the.
Yeah, I definitely want to look for some druid scrolls.
Yeah, so there's that, and I think it would be worth a shot to try to talk to the king or prince or whatever, and see if we can get at least friendly terms, and maybe recognition
Okay.
of Alora and her soon to be queen status once we remove the current figure of the Gloucester Empire.
And if they have anybody that does any brewing, I'd like to meet with them and learn some new recipes.
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
So
I bet you
so
do.
do you want to go shopping first?
Yeah,
Sure.
that sounds fun.
Okay. So
After a good meal. After a good meal.
so
Yeah.
who's going to so yeah, you guys are fed a fairly good meal consisting of uh, roasted joint, fruits and nuts.
Maybe get out of our armors and shit and kind of wear some regular clothes
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and
you can
stuff.
relax around these people. Um, and so, who's going to the Grand Pavilion for shopping at the market?
I know both Malachi and Borman would be interested in seeing what the fuck can be found in the pavilion.
Um, is this because other people are going to the library, or can we do that in separate trips?
Well, the library is the central tower, so I want to know who's going to shop at the markets first. I mean, you
I'll go
could
to the
all
market
go if you
too.
wanted to.
Oh,
Y'all go to the
okay.
markets.
Okay.
That way nobody
Um,
pisses anybody off accidentally with bad charisma.
yeah,
I.e. my
I
Uh,
character.
think both my characters want to go and see what the market's like.
okay. So the markets pretty much have almost anything that you would want to buy off of the adventuring gear list, and I should probably, just to make this easier, I will give you the master chart.
I mean, I think all our characters are pretty much set on basic gear. You know.
Yeah, I was
Never
gonna look
know.
for scrolls personally, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Borman wants a magic bow. Um, Malachi is with Alora and maybe is wanting to know about what kind of scrolls and stuff are out. And I think
Yeah.
what, yeah, we had one guy, what Jackson I think wanted the brews, and I don't know what Dentry may or may not want, but he's with us because that would be awkward for him to go. Well, I'm not going shopping when everybody else is going.
Right. Right.
Yeah, someone's got to hold the shopping cart, push the cart
I mean,
around.
as a half orc, I'm staying with the group so nobody is too pissed off at me.
Right. Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
I'm sure that.
I'm acting like manual labor at this point, knowing that they're all looking at me sideways.
Plus, if anybody of note in the village wants to talk to us going and being in the market in a public open spot gives them an ample opportunity to step to us and be like, "Hey, I have this
Yeah.
side quest I need you to do in order to do blah blah. You know how those things are. Look for people
Send a
with
messenger to us.
yeah.
things
We want to see if anyone's got an exclamation point above their head.
like that.
Look around.
Anyone look a little bit shinier than the rest?
Yeah.
Uh,
I figure we could figure out what all we need or wanting to buy, and then we just make a quick trip to the vault and take the item, take the shit out of the vault and pay for whatever the fuck we need. I think that probably be just the bee's knees of.
right.
We could also offer scrying to the Zlatoheim if any of you woodland elves wanna take a quick trip, without having to do the walk. We can scry and send you there as a courtesy. It costs us nothing. Right? I mean,
Yeah.
we're all about goodwill.
We got some cool stories to tell too from going to
Oh hell yeah.
um
We are telling them that we fucking liberated
the mine.
Drothenstone.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah, Stone. They gotta want to hear about Stone. That was cool.
Do they have a weapon placemaking thingy?
Of course.
That my brain was like, what's the word?
You caught my word forgetting issue.
Yes. Well,
It's just that
they have stuff for
just-
sale, and yes, they occasionally do have armors that come into town, and we'll get into that in just a second. Have you roll
Good,
that.
because we have some ore we need to turn into Electrum too. So I've got 1,100
Okay.
pieces worth of Electrum ore that needs to be turned into coins. So I can take that shit off my list.
So anything on this is available for sale at this cost. I don't know if there's anything on there that you want.
Okay, we can start a band.
I don't see
Um,
anything that sticks out to me really. I mean,
I want to buy a flute. That sounds awesome.
yeah.
Laura
That sounds like it would be
gonna
totally
have
annoying. I'm
flute.
going to buy that.
No, wait, Laura would want the string instrument, and Mavis will get the flute and annoy everybody. Okay, so I got the flute for 5 gold. Okay,
100-foot ball of twine.
so yeah,
That
let's make some macrame up in here.
that's an easy way to find, and 10 sticks of chalk. Those are ways of finding your way back out of a dungeon.
I
Oh,
want to
no.
buy. Yeah, I want to buy another grappling hook.
Yeah.
We could also use the big ball of twine to measure how like deep something is if we find a hole that we're not totally
Sure,
sure about.
twine sounds good.
For
Okay.
anybody that's watching these charts, I compiled myself for the Braunhaven custom referee screen inserts for custom referee screens. So,
We should buy more rations too because we ate a shitload of them.
yeah, you guys went through some rations. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
hoping that we can get fucking another control weather scroll
That would
while
be
we're
sweet.
here. Yeah, if we could get that, and then any other random shit we saw that's done. Uh, uh I think.
Sledgehammer. I don't know why, but the idea of having a sledgehammer to open doors sounds fun.
Oh my god, we were playing Fallout 76 and I killed this super mutant and he dropped a sledgehammer and I picked it up. Holy shit, those things are fucking heavy. Like
Yes, they are.
I went from being fine to encumbered in like one item. I'm like, what the fuck is making me so encumbered? Oh, it's the sledgehammer. I should probably drop that.
Yeah, that's the only reason I don't want it.
Okay, I bought rations.
I gotta re-up my wine. I'm definitely empty on wine.
Oh yeah, and this is good wine.
Good.
Okay.
So this water wineskin, that's just for an empty wineskin. But elven wine, if you want to fill up.
It says wine 2 pints right below it.
Yeah, that's not gonna be. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, for them, it's probably their base wine.
Yeah, one gold piece.
It's their
That's fine.
standard shit.
What does Wolfsbane
Yeah, I guess
do?
this. Yeah, this is.
It
However, if there's better wine to be had, I do want to know about that.
Wolfsbane is good against lycanthropes, I believe, at least
Oh.
werewolves. So
Yes.
having some of that on hand wouldn't be stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it.
No.
We're being spendy to show off too, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can tell you exactly what Wolfsbane does. I believe. Let's see here.
Yeah, because I'm going on
can be
memory.
used to repel lycanthropes. Creature must be hit with the herb in melee combat, and so they
Smack him with
will
an herb.
immediately have to make a morale check. Yeah, just hit him
Imagine being scared of an herb.
like you're smudging him, but you're hitting him with like a bouquet of flowers. Like
So this is like the garlic of lycanthropes. All right,
essentially,
Yeah.
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 gotcha. That makes sense. Okay, does anybody want any caltrops or
I want to buy a mirror.
Damn, garlic's expensive.
A mirror's not a bad idea.
How much garlic am I getting for 5 gold pieces?
It would be a whole bunch. It would be the
Okay, good.
it would be the whole clove, not one individual.
Okay.
It's still expensive.
It's still 5 gold
It
pieces
is.
is a little spendy for garlic.
It stays good like during
High
cold
quality
weather and
garlic.
stuff too. So
Dude,
but all right, that's how much garlic costs. That's what the market dictates. I've spent it.
okay. There
Does
you
anybody want to get a bell to get in on the band? It's only 1 gold piece.
go. A bell.
No?
There you
Okay.
go.
Yeah.
Fuck. You know what? Fine.
Jackson already
It'll
has,
just be my characters having a crappy band.
Jackson has a whistle, so he doesn't want to be he's like, I don't need that.
Oh, okay.
And
You
Dentry
can
just hits
contribute.
rocks. Dentry plays drums. He hits rocks.
Oh, that works. That would be really
Yeah.
cool. Okay, we could get cooking pots for drums if you want to be
Hell
really
yeah.
sneaky about it.
Yes,
Just 3 gold pieces.
cooking pots
He
always
hits
make.
his armor. He uses his armor. He's like dunk, dunk, dunk,
So
dunk.
if you write like a badass song, does that mean you're multi-classing as a bard, or is it just like a coincidence?
No, you don't have to be a bard to play an instrument. No,
Sweet.
Just to make
Okay,
it-
good.
you won't be able to cast any spells playing music, but
But you'll still be more popular probably. It'll be cool. If you're any good.
Well,
Yeah.
keep
It's
in mind
charming to be
you
good at a
probably
song.
need the secondary skill to play a musical instrument. Now.
Okay, we'll just do it poorly when we're in the woods and maybe it'll repel monsters. What do you think?
We'll find out.
Do it every day long enough, we will gain the secondary skill through experience.
So
Okay.
this chart has weapons that are available. However, there are no firearms available in Sina'estru.
Okay.
Did a chart pop up? Did I miss it?
Oh, did I? Here.
Not yet.
Here's the chart.
I was like, what chart?
So there are
Live.
no firearms available. Pretty much everything else would be available though.
Yeah, I'm more interested in the magic bows. Want the good shit.
Okay. Well, we can definitely see about that. We'll give that in just a second. This, and you guys might be needing this next one, considering all the combat you've seen. If I can spell. This is the ammunition master chart. Now, of course, the first one, ammunition pouch, 20 balls, and powder horn, is not available because they don't have any. Um, uh,
Yeah, but I sure will
firearms.
take a quiver. I'll take 2 quivers of arrows.
I thought you might. Yeah, you guys are probably low on arrows and crossbow bolts.
Yeah, I'm gonna get 2 things of crossbow bolts too, even though they're not on there.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
there they
I've
go.
got a case of 30 for 10.
Yeah, yeah.
pick up another bolus. I think I lost my old one.
Yeah.
I don't need anything, so I'm happy.
And then last on this for the mundane item, I don't know that you guys actually need anything off of this, but I'm going to throw it up here anyways.
Or are you?
There is this. This is the Master Armor chart. Um, pretty much everything on here except probably not full plate or plate mail is going to be available, but everything else is available. Now they do have dog armor and they do have dogs. These dogs that they have are what you would commonly know as elven dogs.
Hmm.
Elven
Oh,
dogs,
dogs.
they
I
are
have never heard of that.
they are a very specific breed of dog, and give you. Uh, so these they're known to most people as elven dogs. They're really known. Their actual name, they are called Kushis. They are large, 200-pound, 4-foot tall hounds.
Holy
Um,
crap.
with green and brown spotted fur. They have a long curling tail and ears that taper to points, which has lended them the name of elven dogs because they do have features that resemble those of elves. And elves commonly use them as hunting hounds and dogs, or guard dogs. That is, there's that
I
block.
want to see one.
Yeah, I want to know how much they cost.
I thought it was going to be like a Borzoi or whatever those are, you know?
Yeah, yeah, it could have been, but God, I mean, you could almost ride them things.
Yeah, they're just so
Oh, a halfling or a
splendid.
gnome totally could ride one.
Yeah.
How much for a dog?
Give me a second.
Knowing you're gonna get me 1 or 2 of them, aren't you, Jackson?
He's
Yeah,
like,
I was like,
I
after
want a
my
dog.
fairy cat went wrong, I've been considering it.
Well, I
Their
mean, we're
armor is cute.
yeah, you can get armor for them here, and so that would help. And weren't you thinking about going into that Beastmaster shit?
I was. I got a little bit of time before I get to that level, but I gotta look into it a bit more. Where is that Beastmaster class? Which book is that in?
It is in. I want to say off the top of my head that's in Carcass Crawler issue 1. Double check that.
That'll make Mavis and Dentry the only. No, Anna Laura would be the only single class characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, that second class will level up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
No.
It is actually in. What is it? Yes, it is in Carcass Crawler issue number 3.
3. Carcass Crawler 3. Okay, cool.
Uh. Oh. This is a Kushi.
Wow, they're big. I think we've mourned the previous dogs that we had, right? Long enough to get some new ones.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Well,
as far as I know, all
his
the
dog
previous
didn't
dogs
die.
are back at Castle Braun.
That's
Oh,
right.
One of them died, I thought. I thought one of them died in St. Baldweir's adventure miraculously brought back to life and then it died again.
It
And then I thought the other one went back. Am I
might.
remembering wrong? Am I crazy?
No, I remember one of
Wow.
them died, and he brought it back to life.
Yeah, it was a St. Baldweir's Day
Yeah,
miracle. Or yeah,
yeah.
it's pretty great. But
That
I
was
thought
like
they died
Yeller or
again.
something.
These would essentially count as hunting dogs, so they'll sell these for 17 gold pieces each.
Oh wow. I can afford that.
I want one. Jackson will get one.
Okay. Should we manage how many we get as a team? Because if we have like a horde of hunting dogs, that might be.
Oh, we have a pack.
Well, yeah, you guys go ahead and get as many as you want. I'm not gonna get any, but I mean that's just more because neither one of my guys. Borman's like there can never be a replacement for Yeller, and he won't.
Okay. Alora's gonna get one. And then
Uh,
how much for their armor?
So these Kushis, generally aren't going to. Well, So normally, dog armor would only be on a war dog. So,
Oh, okay.
so Kushis can't wear armor, but they already have better armor class than what dog armor is going to give them, anyways. So
I mean, AC4 is not horrible.
no, yeah,
Oh, yeah, we need a
a war dog
costume.
with armor is going to have AC 6. So yeah, the Kushi's doing okay.
Oh my. Okay.
Good movement. It actually has less movement than Jackson.
Yeah.
Keep up, boy. Keep up.
Willow the war dog.
Willow,
Yeah,
yes.
that was it.
Yeah, there's no replacement for Willow the war dog. I just can't.
Yeah,
But
Willow loves killing.
yeah. Willow was fucking fun. He fucked up.
Yeah, he helped you guys out a lot at your lower levels.
Yeah,
That was a good purchase.
Shit.
yeah.
Once per hour, they can sprint at 10 times their normal speed.
Mm-hmm.
For how
Jeez.
long? For like just one turn?
Yes.
Or one movement, I mean?
Yes, for one movement.
Still, that's crazy.
And that, yeah,
500 feet in.
yeah,
Damn.
that's a good. So we got a couple of them now.
Yeah, I think so.
Good.
Okay. So then, I will
They'll
let.
stop us from
If you are
getting.
looking for a magic bow,
Yes.
you can roll percentage.
62.
No, they don't have any magic bows.
Magic crossbows.
Roll percentage.
Magic arrows.
Yeah, roll percentage again.
How about 22?
They do have some magic arrows.
You want arrows or crossbows? Sorry, I spoke out of turn.
You can roll. You can roll again for crossbows.
58.
Nope.
I feel like the 22 should have been for the crossbow because that was his ask. I threw arrows in after. I messed up the math.
Well, arrows they do have. They have.
Sorry. Like you messed up my damn shit.
Oh, it's cool, man.
They have 5+1 arrows available,
Yeah, I'm good.
and 6+2 arrows.
Um, I've already got a few of those. I don't use them very often, and not really what I'm looking for.
The let's see. The 6+2 arrows are 10 gold pieces each. So it'd be 60 gold for all 6.
Yeah.
Knowing
No, if someone else wants them, go ahead.
I
Maybe
don't use
Jackson.
arrows. I suck at shooting arrows, so like whenever I shoot, I miss.
Right, but with the +2, maybe you won't suck as bad.
Well, +2. It would be +2 to the damage.
Oh yeah. Yeah, then sorry. That really sucks.
Although I do have a +1 longbow now, I forgot about that, so it kind of levels me out.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't really have shit I'm fucking interested in.
You know, I'll buy the. Wait, what else? No, I gotta hold off because there might be alcohol. I will.
Well,
'Cause
you've
I
got
have a
your
lot-
2 pints. You've got your 2 pints of wine. Oh, you're looking for recipes for brewing.
Or if there's any fancy wine to be had anywhere else, because you know he always looks for any of the good shit. But I'll buy 2 of those.
Okay,
That's 10,
so that would be 20.
20. Okay. My not rich ass over here.
The +1 arrows are 5 gold each.
Okay. I'll add 2 +2s in case we randomly run into a thing where.
They do have a better wine.
Better leather armor.
The better wine is 1 gold piece per pint, and it is a sparkling elven wine.
How much a pint?
1 gold piece each.
Okay. I would like 3 pints.
Okay.
No, 4 pints, because a wineskin holds 2.
Yeah. There you go.
Do they have any rare or other, just random magical stuff that we might or may not be interested in?
Roll percentage.
63.
No, they do not.
Oh, they suck.
You can do that.
So
I would like to make a check for the surrounding like woodlands to see if there are any like rare plants or anything that might be useful to us in terms of like harvesting for needs.
Okay. So you have a 2 in 6 chance. So go ahead and roll a d6. Yes, you do find some.
What do I find?
You find.
The last time we found a cool plant, it worked out to our favor.
Yeah. Witherweed.
You find Drock Bloom.
What's that?
So this is off. A lot of the peasantry believes that Drockbloom uh, only blooms in the vicinity of a dragon's lair, but it can be found in forest glens, mountain valleys, and patches of the foothills. The Drockbloom petals can be dried, crushed with a mortar and pestle, and made into a peppery, spicy potion. The flavor is similar to a mix of black peppercorn mixed with cinnamon. The potion allows the imbiber, if you were to craft a potion, it allows the imbiber to breathe fire in a 10-foot cone, dealing damage equal to their current hit point total. And
That's some sauce.
so it makes a potion of fire breath. In addition to that, the dried petals are sometimes used to spice certain food.
And how much of that did we find?
You find enough to make one potion. This
All right. I give that over to one of the magical people and be like, potion make, please.
show you what this
'Cause-
potion is.
and then
Now,
I
Of
would
course, the
love.
best way to do this would be to take it to an alchemist.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Then I would like to hold on to it until then.
is there a dragon around here?
not that you're aware of.
Do they want one?
Probably
Well,
not.
no, I'm serious. If the royalty collects, rare cool pets or their high level druid, you know, I've got dragon eggs.
Right. What
No, and they would probably be offended at that because dragons can be sentient creatures. This is a potion of fire breath.
Sweet. Did we buy this?
No, he found
It's
some Drock bloom that can be turned into this.
oh cool. That might come in handy.
Now we just need an alchemist.
All right, we'll find one at some point.
So the question then is, I'm looking through. No, I guess it would be your best way to do it would be an alchemist, unless you want to give it to one of the magic types, and they can try to do magical research with it. This would be one of the components needed to turn it into a potion. Either Allura or Allura would probably have an easier time of doing it, but Malachi could do it. Right. I was. So who's searching the library?
All our nerds
Malachi and I guess Alora, Mavis.
and Mavis. Yeah, that's the team.
Okay, so we'll start with Malachi. Roll percentage.
39.
You find a scroll. Roll a d6.
2.
So you find a scroll, and examining it, it looks like it is a summoning scroll.
Well, I think I'd like that.
Okay.
Does it say what it summons?
It just appears to be. It just reading it. It seems very vague. But
Ooh,
it seems to summon a creature.
wow.
Sounds, yeah. Yeah, this ought to be exciting.
um, Mavis roll percentage.
All right.
So I just put down scroll of summoning.
Yes. So you got a roll percentage again. You find 2 scrolls.
Oh, cool.
Okay. First scroll that you find. Hmm. You find a scroll of beacon. It's a 3rd level cleric scroll, Beacon of Hope.
That's healing, right? Makes
No,
healing at max.
no. Here.
Cool.
You guys are getting all the stuff. This is the Beacon of Hope spell.
Just some hope and vitality. Plus one to save versus spells and regain the maximum number of hit points from cure spells and healing potions.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, cool.
So it just maxes out healing and gives a little help for saving.
That would be super helpful because I hate when I heal someone and roll like a 2.
And roll percentage again.
All right.
Four. You find a scroll of Shield of Faith.
Oh,
All right.
cool.
And I mean, I'm sure that you guys are pretty well versed with Shield of Faith, but here is the uh, OSE rules for it. It's only a 1st level spell. So not amazing, but it can definitely help.
+1 AC. And a faint golden aura. Isn't that nice?
I mean, for one turn, so that's for, 10 minutes they have a +1 bonus.
Hey, 10 minutes is 10 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, that's good for, pretty much one combat's going to take place within one turn. So.
Cool.
Alora can roll percentage.
Aww.
Okay.
Usually a bad thing.
Not in this case.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's where if you want to change up who you are, you kill yourself and have somebody cast that on you. You come back as something else.
What?
Alora
Reincarnation. Yeah.
finds a scroll of brain fog.
Hmm.
Might come in handy.
We could start scamming the elderly with this scroll. That's the best idea I had.
That was a slow
Is
burn.
that what it is? Is it really like you just suck at thinking for a little while if this gets cast on you?
Kind of.
Okay, so it is like literal, like brain fog. Okay. We could do that then.
Yes. Well, now we need to go find a really rich old man.
Oh, wow, it damages them. We would kill an old person. Never mind. 4d4 damage or half as much if the save succeeds.
Oh, but it's fucking like a.
But it
Well,
messes up
if they
their
fail their
thought.
save, they can't concentrate or cast spells.
And that's
Yeah,
besides the 4d4 damage.
And a
subtracting
1d4,
1d4.
they get a 1d4 negative to their attack rolls.
That's pretty good. I'm gonna have that tucked in my back pocket. Heck yeah.
That's got a long range on it too. 120 foot.
Yeah, I'll have to cast it before we get close to whatever it is that we want to mess with. All right. That was pretty great.
Yeah.
This is a pretty nice library.
So,
It is. Are there any maps or anything of the area that might have locations we haven't already marked on a map?
That's a really good question. No. No, you pretty much have. You found everything, or you already found a master map that marks recently what all those locations are. So let's see. Jackson wanted to look for any brewing recipes.
Yes, brewing recipes, and then something else, but I forgot what it was.
Go ahead and roll percentage. Holy shit! Yeah. So
See, it's what he's made for.
You
As I
do.
walk around drinking some of the sparkling wine,
You do find that one of the market stalls has a recipe for making elven wine. They're willing to sell it to you for 8 gold pieces.
I would like to barter that down by offering them a recipe. Oh shit! I had a recipe for something else. What did I do with it? No. Where did it go? Oh no! Did I delete that on accident?
Didn't you have a recipe for like brewing whiskey or something like that?
I did. It was for like a really epic whiskey.
Yeah, it's for the dwarvish.
I would like to trade them the recipe as opposed to paying for it.
Hmm. Roll 2d6 plus or minus your charisma
Damn you and your charisma.
modifier.
Can I take the -1 off of my charisma for because I'm a fellow brewer?
I will give you a +1 because you are at least competent enough to know what you're talking about.
So it should be a -1 for my charisma, +1 for that. So it's a dead even. Okay, so straight 2d6.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you. Ah,
Yeah, no, they refuse because most elves are not fond of the strength of dwarven whiskey.
bastards.
Okay.
You have to pay him to take it.
Or trick them. Here, just take a shot of this. What is it?
These
I'm
are
not going to tell you.
really short elves, little hairy short elves with rounded ears.
Okay, so 8 gold.
Yes.
Alrighty. I mean, being as I'm a ranger, I don't really care a lot for gold anyway. It's for purposes like this. So there we go.
And then you were looking for somebody to that was an armor or a blacksmith.
Yes.
So
Glad you remembered what it was. And that's for Dentry. And he would really, really hope that somebody else would come along with him, being a half orc.
I'll go with him.
Yeah, and if you want to have the marvelous visage to pretty you up, that's available.
Probably. I mean, I don't want to deceive them, but at the same time, like maybe I should.
It just
roll,
makes you look like your best, basically.
Okay,
So,
then yes, I will take that.
okay, I'll mark it off. I cast the marvelous visage on you.
okay. So that
Your trade.
did we not.
You wanted me to roll something?
Oh, hold on, just a second. You're casting Mavis's marvelous visage on him.
Yeah, try and help him socially.
There we go.
Does it do anything besides make me look better? Does it give me any pluses or minuses or anything?
I swear it does.
It
It gives you
does.
something.
That it does. This is new spell. All of these are actually new spells out of Treatise of Magic. This is the final copy or final version, the one that made it into print. There you go.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So for 20 minutes, you're going to be able to you look better and you
I speak my bestest.
yes.
That's right.
So, first of all, roll percentage. There are no armors. Roll percentage again. There is a blacksmith. Oh, 72. No, there is no blacksmith. And you get one more roll. No.
That ain't shit.
There ain't none of them.
You saved your spell, I guess, because I didn't have anything anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, you don't have to cast that. But yeah, there weren't any available.
Random question then.
Hmm.
Can a bolas be modified to have like poisonous thorns or anything worked into its rope?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty much just a. Well, I suppose you could.
Or like, can I use a thorn, like kind of like vine instead of rope to turn it like to modify the bolas? Or could I make a bolas with thorn with like
You could
thorny?
modify it so that instead of the balls on the end, that they would be kind of like pointed triangles that could then be poisoned.
Okay.
Because yeah, it deals blunt damage. It would still only be 1d2, but it would be piercing damage that would actually you could
That could
use that
possibly
to
poison.
deliver a poison if you wanted to.
Right. So I could also entangle and poison at the same time, kind of thing.
Correct.
The hope was to make something that like would make be more difficult for them to get off, possibly, because if like they grabbed it or tried to, well, they would have to take like a maybe take a D2 to untangle it. Was the
Right.
hope?
Right.
But okay, I like that instead.
What? So is that? I think that should cover all of your shopping.
Yeah, it was quite a shopping trip. I think we got it all.
Yeah, you probably spent one day shopping. If anybody's down for healing, you can of course do another D6 for healing since you have Laura with you.
I think the only other thing we could do is try to get a meeting with the royalty to see if we can get Laura recognized.
Or
If
if
we
they
get
got any
found.
awesome side quests. Let's
So
see.
Yeah.
who is making the request to meet with the prince?
Uh,
I'll do it. I'll get the visage cast on Aurora too, because
Okay.
I got 2 slots, so I can do that, and then I'll ask, and so that should give me a
Okay.
pretty good advantage.
So you can roll a d6 plus your or I'm sorry, roll 2d6 plus your charisma modifier plus an additional 2 for uh, marvelous visage.
Let's see. Man, the virtual dice is mad at me.
You got a 7 total.
I should have used the physical. Oh well.
So the guard that led you in, you approach him and ask him, and he tells you that he will go to the palace and request a an audience. He's not sure that that's going to be something that can be done, but he will impress upon the prince that you are worth speaking with.
All right. Well, I tried.
And he comes back and the he doesn't say this. He's not being rude. But basically what the response was that the prince doesn't have time to meet with outsiders.
Okay. Shit. Sorry, friends.
So I guess I mean there's really not much else to do in Sina'estru.
that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've kind of
All
seen
right.
you've seen pretty much everything that there is here.
It's nice to shop. Nice to see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you had a nice warm bed for a while. Where are you heading from here? Oh, you are
We
here.
could go to the ruins or Trapper's Cabin. What do you guys think?
I mean, we can go to the ruins if you want, or the trapper's cabin. Really, it doesn't matter to me.
I'm a fan of ruins.
Okay, so let's see.
Dentry's all for ruins. Jackson prefers Trapper's Canyon. Cabin.
Well, I mean,
No. We can all go to the ruins. It's just Jackson doesn't like ruins. Every time we go to ruins, bad things happen.
Fair
And
enough.
that's not a false statement for sure. Yeah, the last you probably have a bit of a fear of ruins. Last time you were there, it was you got caught in an avalanche.
Yeah.
Right. Actually, uh, this and each of these squares is 5 feet. Now, make tokens a little bit bigger. So you come into you spend a day of travel, so you're going to need to camp for the night. But um, you come across the ruins of what looks like it was once some kind of trade outpost. Everybody can roll. All your characters can roll a d6.
Roll a what? Oh, 2d6.
I got a 1 and a 2. Is that good or bad?
Both of those are good.
Cool.
6 and 4, so I'm assuming that's bad.
That's bad.
1 and 5.
So which of your characters got the one?
Borman.
So Borman, Mavis, and Laura, you all know that in the spring of negative 1259, uh, back when the Glaucian Empire was pretty much first forming, they were a fledgling government. They made an attempt to build a trade post in the Cialis Mountains, and the original idea was they wanted to forge a new route from directly from the capital city of Glaustein to the dwarven city of Zlatoheim. And they wanted to encourage direct trade between the two capitals rather than going along the Eastern Tradeway and through the town of Braunhaven. They wanted to just bypass and create a shortcut for direct trade between those two. But um, they didn't take into account that the Eastern Tradeway existed, pretty much for a reason, and that reason, the reason why it is where it is because that is, unfortunately, the easiest way to get through the mountains. The rest of the mountains are very rugged, and without the assistance of dwarven engineers, they found it nearly impossible to build an adequate road. They didn't use, for instance, the eastern tradeway through the mountain, through the Scalas Mountains, is actually paved with marble, and they didn't do that, and so this road was inadequate. It quickly fell into disrepair, and the trade post essentially was built to the lowest common denominator. It was military grade, and they ultimately failed in by negative 1240. There was an avalanche, and the trade posts just kind of ceased to be, and the Glaucian Empire just washed their hands of it and left it there. And so this is the remains of said trade outpost.
What are the chances there's anything good here?
Well, it doesn't appear that anybody has really been here, at least that you can see from this end. It doesn't appear that anybody's actually been here for a while. However, everybody roll another d6.
5 and 6.
2 and 2.
I'm sure Mavis and Laura didn't get it.
3 and 2.
Jackson. Jackson didn't get it. What else did you roll, Jackson? Or,
2 and a 2.
I'm pretty sure that Gentry didn't get it.
So it need to be a 1 to get it.
Yeah, Dentry didn't get it. And which of your characters got the 2, Borman?
Foreman? Nope. Sorry, Malachi.
So Malachi didn't get it. So yeah, you don't hear anything, or you don't see or hear anything, and you don't appear to see anything that would be indicating that anybody's been here in a while. I will allow Jackson to make a percentage check.
I didn't see shit.
Yeah, no, the snow has covered everything so recently that even if there were tracks, you wouldn't be able to see them.
Won't the dogs have a possibility of triggering on something if there's something around?
That
Oh.
is
That's a good point. I forgot about them.
that is possible.
Got like 2 of them, I think, right? Between.
Mm-hmm.
So the Kushis. Yeah, I will allow both the dogs to roll a
Okay, I'll use the virtual dice.
Okay.
Okay.
So one of the dogs has picked up a scent, and its ears are perked up, and it is looking in this direction down here.
Let's go.
Now, keep in mind, you guys are going to be at negative or at -1 for pretty much everything because you have been traveling for an entire day.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's back up and camp. Let's back up off of it a little bit, and set our camp up, and and get our rest in.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay. Okay, so you guys are going to back up a bit, give yourself some distance between you and the camp, or you and the trade post, and make camp. Okay.
got got guard dogs, and we've hunting dogs at least, and people. We
Okay. Trying to see if I have something. What did? About over there. Never used ever. So you don't complete your rest.
Ah,
You get some food in you, but the dogs start barking, and uh, you guys, because you of the barking dogs, you are not surprised. There is this. It is an amphisbaena, which is an 8 foot long snake with a head at each end of its body. And they dwell in the most extreme climates. And it is
wow.
slithering towards your party. Well, hold on. Is it? Yes, it is. And so, uh, everybody.
We are the roll initiative, right?
Yes. Let me throw you guys up on the board. All right. Throw in your initiative. Yeah, so far you guys have been really lucky on your roll for random shit. Okay. So, wow. Entries in the top tier. Okay. So the dogs are barking. Oh, I should probably throw the creature dog. Or thunder hero. Townsfolk? Really? They don't have a fucking dog in here? Yeah. Wolf will do. Kyushu's have 27 hit points, right?
So 13.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, are they only 13?
Mhm.
And they can both go on the same initiative. So whoever wants to can roll a d6 for the dog.
You can have them.
Okay.
I personally don't want them to actually be in the combat, but more so to be like awareness. They serve their
Yeah.
purpose.
And I will give you guys control of the dog.
Because 13 hit points can go very quickly these days.
Yes. Okay. So Borman, what are you doing?
Borman's gonna go invisible,
Okay.
and then
There you go.
yeah, and then I'm gonna start kind of. These are 5-foot squares.
Yes.
Kind of get right over here at 30 feet. Well, I can. No, I went invisible with my turn. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go there, just kind of next to that log there. I'm gonna kind of crouch down and wait.
Okay. Out of I think they're gonna be smart and wait.
Well, I'm invisible.
It doesn't necessarily matter that you're invisible or not. Malachi, what are you doing?
Malachi is going to shoot the big snake with his +1 crossbow.
Okay, so let's see here. You are at about 60 feet. 60 feet is the crossbow. Yeah, you could hit it with a crossbow. You're in short range.
All right.
So you got a +1.
And I get a +1 because it's a +1 crossbow.
Yes.
So yeah, 12. I don't know what its fucking AC is.
You got. Are you at THACO 17 now?
I am now. Yeah.
No. Your crossbow just kind of nicks off of its thick scales, and both the heads on either end hits.
All right.
Aside from that, you miss. Did you want to move at all?
Yep. I want to move 5, 10, 15. I'm just gonna kind of move kind of here out of the way.
Okay. I'm gonna bravely move towards the back. Dentry, what are you doing?
Gentry is gonna just kind of move forward. 5, 10, 15, 20. Full, like a full run. Or no, I can do. Oh, wait. 5, 10, 15, 20 to here, and then throwing axe
Okay.
from here.
Yep.
I can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've been in like a combat that did involve like hundreds of feet.
I know, right?
Oh wait, this is normal territory. Okay. So D20
Yeah,
plus.
in all of my feature books, I've tried to keep the squares at 5 foot. Sometimes it's difficult though because some maps are just bigger than others.
That'll probably hit.
Thaco of 14 now, I think, or whatever.
Oh, that's right. You went up. Yes, that would hit AC 0. That hits.
Sweet. Oh yeah, duh. To hit AC 0, Thaco 14. I rolled a 14.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yep. There you go.
Oh, this Thaco shit. All right, so that's 2d6 plus 1 then. All right.
So for 9, ow. Yeah, your axe digs deep and flips back out of the wound and right back into your hand. And the both heads are hissing. It kind of hit right dead center, so right in the middle. So both heads are kind of upset about that. What did the Kushis get for an ish?
Oh yeah.
Anybody?
I'll take them. Do, 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 do.
Just to know we know where to place. They got 2.
Oh, I thought they were gonna go on mine. I thought that was the okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, you said they were going to share an initiative, but that.
Yeah,
My
they're
bad.
sharing initiative, but they need
Oh,
initiative.
okay. All right.
All
Yeah,
right.
I thought I subsumed them into mine too because of. All right, cool. Yeah.
Amphisbina. Hmm, I'm gonna go right here,
Hell yeah.
and one head is going to attack. Well, they don't know about Borman, so both heads are going to attack Dentry.
Is it poo in the middle? Sorry.
So 2's gonna miss.
All I can think about.
Yeah, where does it poop from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is one of the heads very unlucky?
Yes, one of the heads is very unlucky. It switches each day, though.
Oh.
He hit a -1.
Nope.
Nope. So Dentry fends off this large head, and you can see that these fangs on either head are dripping with venom.
Ooh.
Alora, what
Cool.
would you like to do?
Let me see here. These are 5-foot squares.
Yes. Let me
Okay.
check this map. Yeah, they're
So this
5-foot
one.
squares. It's just that the squares are bigger than what Roll20.
Okay.
I really wish they would fix their grid. So, like, Owlbear Rodeo, when you put a grid up over a map, you can actually, their grid, you can match to the grid of pre-made maps, which is kind of cool.
I'm gonna try the throwing dagger
Okay,
and it should be right down the middle.
that would be a +1 because you are at short range.
Barrel. There we go.
Ooh,
Maybe.
possibly. That's gonna hit. It hits AC 3.
It's 2d4 plus 1.
Ooh. Okay, so your dagger actually hits one of the heads and sticks through it, and then comes out, and the snake is like the one head is kind of flopping around. It is still alive though. Hold on. Okay. And Jackson.
It has 2 heads. That means I have double the heads to cut off.
That's right. You have twice as many heads to use the 4+1.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, so close. But that is going to hit.
It did better.
Yeah, it hits -2, so yeah, that hit. Oh, well, it doesn't matter because Jackson just comes up and cuts the Amphispina in half and kills it. I don't know why my phone thinks I was talking. So you kill it. And evidently, this was kind of its burrow. and it didn't. They don't collect treasure, but Dentry, Jackson, and Borman, all three of you can hear the sound of pan pipes playing. And the three of you need to make a save versus spell. So Dentry, Jackson, and Borman need to make a save versus.
We all get advantage of. We all get a +1 to that though.
That's true.
Due to
Wow.
my rings.
Looks like Borman got a 4 then.
And I want to get under or over whatever my number is.
You want to get over your spell.
Oh.
Yeah, I failed.
$12 and a 7. Let's see if either of those are good. I matched my spell save for Dentry, and Jackson did not.
Okay. So Dentry sees Jackson just kind of just gently lay down and go to sleep in the snow. And you
Oh,
can't see Borman, but you can hear Borman snoring.
are they just asleep or is something else wrong?
Try to wake us up.
Okay.
And
All
they
right, well,
so
I'm going to
I have a really annoying flute that I can use now.
they will be asleep for 12 turns. They are
Oh shit, I'm
out.
sorry. I moved everybody. I thought we were out of combat for some
No,
reason.
no, you're
They
fine.
put me back.
You are out of combat technically.
Oh, okay, all right, cool.
I'd like to point out that I hear the flute and that they fell asleep right after I noticed it.
Use the stick.
Spell
Mavis
stick.
The disenchanter.
Mavis first needs to make a save versus spell.
Okay.
Came into the range of the spell.
And you get a +1 for the ring.
Oh wait, I roll a d20 for that, don't I?
Yep.
Yeah.
And you want to get over your spell save.
And you get a +1, don't forget that.
Okay. My spell save for Mavis is 12. Okay. Oh wait, should it be a -1? I'm trying to roll under?
No,
Or
you
it
want to
doesn't
roll
matter.
Over it.
Okay, well I fucked that all up.
So as soon as Mavis comes up to see what's going on, she gets
Got her
sleepy.
flute ready and just
Yep. She just lays down and falls asleep. Alora needs to make a save versus spell. Ooh. Wow. You probably saved, didn't you?
yeah. I'd hope so. Alright. Alora's gonna use the dispel stick.
And the two Kushis need to make a spell save versus spell. Or save versus spell.
Okay, my dog didn't make it because their spell save 16.
Okay.
So they're having a
Actually,
nap.
let me double check something on Kushi. They get a +2. Oh, no.
What'd they roll?
So one of
Well,
one of them got a 12. Their spell save is 16. So one of them is laid down and is taking a nap. Somebody can roll for the other one.
his dog is Jackson's, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, okay. So the other one's okay.
They got a Laura and one dog. Made it.
Dentry's still up, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Dentry's up.
Dentry and Alora, one of the Kushis, and Malachi are still up.
Okay, I'm sorry. My bad.
I would like the Kushi that is Dentry or that is Jackson's to go over by Jackson and just be like, yo, and kind of just guard him.
Okay. Yeah. Oop. Yeah. You can go right over there and kind of sits, nudges Jackson, and kind of sits and pouts. And this panpipe music is coming from down here. Well, here exactly.
Can I use the dispel stick? Does it do anything? So
Who are you using to dispel the
it's
staff
like
of
a
dispel?
cube. It's like a cube of effect when I bonk it or something on something. So I'm not sure. Okay.
I know I put that in here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know you go too.
Is it a rod?
Yeah, maybe
No.
that's it. No,
Maybe I didn't put it in here. It's saying I didn't put it in here, but that seems highly unlikely. But let me. I could have swore I put.
yeah, I remember looking at it.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Or I do this again.
Well, I hope it wakes
That's
everybody up, or at least gives them another
weird.
chance to save.
That is weird. Okay. I've had Roll20 do this to me before though, like certain items that I know were in there. I mean, you guys have seen this on Wednesday nights. Of course, we've been playing for so long that
Is there like a limit to how many items you can have?
there shouldn't be, but I've had items just suddenly vanish for no apparent reason. So this is not. It doesn't. It pisses me off every time it does it, but because we do use the handouts quite a bit.
Yes, we do.
I didn't see it. I looked all the way through it.
Yeah, like I said, I know that it was in here. But here it is again. So it says spells if the caster of the spell effect to be dispelled is higher than 9th level, there's a 5% chance. Okay. One use
So which
magic items are destroyed, permanent items. So you would have to touch one person for it to affect them. As far as level goes,
okay.
I don't think levels. None of this counts as higher than 9th level.
Okay, I'll try and wake up Mavis because she's the closest one.
Okay. So you tap Mavis, and she wakes up and is like wondering what's going on, kind of yawns and stretches.
Ready to play the flute again. Awesome.
You guys are gonna
I'm
end up
thinking of
sounding
that
like
recorder.
it's
Someone
like
playing
Death
My Heart
Clog.
Will Go On the recorder. I have that in my head as what's going on. Like poorly, they did it. Yeah.
So yeah, so you dispel the sleep effect on Mavis, and so now Mavis can hear. There's these pan pipes that are playing down here. You know,
That's not good.
what was it in the 90s? The guy that was selling the CDs on infomercials, Master of the Pan Flute.
Yeah, I
You remember
remember.
those?
Yeah, what was
Yes.
his? I don't know his name though. The
Yeah,
Zonfear or something.
Zamfir. That was it.
Yeah,
Zamfir. Yes. Oh God.
Well, does this
I mean, who the
this
fuck
pan
bought those CDs? It's like,
I really don't know. Somebody did.
does this pan flute in effect or anything have any you know, Malachi's wondering if this is anything that might be of any undead type shit. You know, does he know of any undead that might do something like this?
no.
I enjoy the pan flute. No.
No, even undead dislike the pan flute.
Well, I mean, I didn't know if they, if there were a banshee screaming about, I would think he would kind of know that. Okay, well, he's like infatuated
I
with death.
I always figured banshees are more into death metal.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
but
sounds
you get what
good.
I'm saying. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to figure out if there was anything
Yeah, no, he wouldn't.
undead
I
that he would
can't.
know.
Nothing comes to mind of any undead that would be playing the pan flute.
All right, well then he's gonna cast silence upon himself and walk up into the group.
Okay, so is that silence 15-foot radius?
That's right.
Okay, so yeah, that should protect the people that are awake, and actually the people that are awake are now immune to the effects.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm over here.
Um,
Yeah, there was this strange whistling, and I don't know where. And then all of a sudden, my like mid sentence, my voice just cuts off
Yeah.
as he walks towards the group.
Right, yeah, exactly.
and half of the group can't like read, so we can't even
Yeah,
switch,
you have a
stretch,
high
sit down.
illiteracy rate in this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
um,
that's something that so like scrolls can be they aren't written in magical language. They're written in common so that anybody can read them, right? If you're
mhm.
illiterate, you can't read. So you can,
So it's
so
not
those
much
characters
use.
can't use a scroll.
That makes sense.
That's the only
Yeah.
limiting factor.
And,
So what do you guys who are awake want to do?
And we tell which
yeah,
direction the flute is coming from.
Yes,
I guess we
it
could
is coming
point. That's
from
international.
down here.
Yeah, we can start walking that way.
yeah.
Like walking that way. I'm gonna be like this. If you value your life, you'll stop playing your flute.
Okay.
We gotta get
Dentry
there and
is
see
now
what it
ticked
is.
off. Dentry is ticked, and he wants to kill something now.
You're gonna run out of the circle with the silence.
He's immune to it anyway.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
Dentry,
Yeah.
you can roll 2d6 plus or minus your charisma. Now, if Dentry has a negative to his charisma, since this sounds more like you're being intimidating, if you have a negative to your charisma, you can revert that to a plus because
Oh,
you're
sweet.
intimidating.
Fucking hell. I was not intimidating enough.
So the pan flute stops playing.
Oh, it does. That was enough.
And you hear some kind of whispers, and then you hear "Rah!"
Like a goat?
Yeah, like a goat.
Are we gonna run into Pan? That's gonna rule. Except for all the trickery.
That goat bastard from Narnia.
Dentry is gonna move to here and be like, "Get out here now!"
Yeah, let's jam. No, that's not why.
Malachi is going to stay back and watch the sleeping beauties.
Okay.
Oh, I should have wake up one more person,
Magic.
shouldn't I?
With its
You
stupid
could.
magicness.
Yeah, I'm gonna smack Gorman. Well, I'll gently tap him.
Well, you don't know where Borman is.
Oh yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
you can hear his snoring, so you can kind
Okay.
of poke around in the area. The downside of that, of course, is that it dispel. So it
Isn't it snowy?
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you
he
would see,
could press.
you would see a shape in the snow.
It'd make me
Oh,
visible.
well, maybe. Let me half of the spelling. It says one-use magic items are destroyed. Permanent magic items, like the ring, are rendered non-magical for 1d4 rounds. But you wouldn't be able to use it again for. So is it only? It spells any magical effect which is touched.
So I'd have to poke him
Yeah.
in the ring.
Yeah, he would be visible and he would wake up. And the
Okay.
ring can't be used for 1d4 rounds, which is okay because you can only use it once every turn anyways.
All right, you're awake now.
Well,
Enjoy
yeah.
existing and seeing things.
Thank you. I'm gonna go hunting with my friends.
Awesome.
So, Dentry, as you approach this area, you hear that you can make out that there are 3 distinct voices that are all going "Bah!" in between sentences. And one of them says, "Bah! Come join us, we have a fire.
How about you show yourself?
We are just enjoying a little music and some wine."
Your music put my my people to sleep.
Oh, that's because it was a lullaby. We sorry. We share wine.
I mean, if Jackson was awake, he'd be like, "Wine, you say?"
Well, they sound all right to me.
Have they shown themselves yet?
No, they are still around the corner.
All right. Well, you planning on coming out and showing yourselves, or do I have to like walk around the corner and cut some heads off?
You can make a, roll 2d6, plus you get a bonus, a plus to your,
Because I am not at all charismatic, so this is coming across as very much like I will do this.
yeah, no, you're being intimidating, so your negative to charisma actually works in your favor.
Can I climb up on top of this wall and look over?
Yeah. So you kind of, you can make a stealth check, so you'll want to make a move silently check.
I move silently anyway.
Oh, that's true. That's true because of your boots.
Yeah.
So
Can't see him, can't hear him.
Well, I could be seen.
yeah, these will do. So you
Oh yeah, you
see
can be seen right now. Yeah.
around the corner.
I like how it looks like he's sitting on the wall because of the way his character sheet's drawn.
Right?
It was drawn for just this moment.
You see that so Borman, you kind of look over the wall and you see that there are 3 satyrs that are sitting around a small, very small campfire, and they're not lying. They are sitting there. They have dug up a keg of wine, and that is covered partially in snow. And the 3 of them have just been sitting there guzzling wine and refilling their wineskins and just sitting around guzzling wine. And they all have pan flutes hanging from twine around their necks. This one kind of pokes his head out around the corner and looks at Dentry and says, no, we're sorry. We're sorry. Come join us.
Can you play a waking tune instead? Oh wait, but they're inside that silence thingy.
Well, the silence thing is only 15 feet, so this area up here is silent.
But they wouldn't be awoken if they played something to wake them up.
Right.
Does like that rod have a limit to how many times it can be used?
The dog could be woken up, but they don't know a spell like that.
Okay, well.
Weirdly enough, the spell rod seems infinite. Like it doesn't have charges or disappear or whatever.
All right, well then keep on smacking away and bring people over, I guess.
So what is Borman and Dentry doing? Of course, Mavis.
Well, yeah.
5.
Should we start doing stuff
15.
in turn order?
So yeah, Mavis would still be in the
Silence cone.
in the 15-foot radius. Silent.
Well, Borman would be signaling that it looks okay, like it looks okay.
No, man. I saw pitch black. Looks clear doesn't mean it's clear.
Looks okay.
How's it look? Looks clear.
He's
He said it
right.
was clear. I said it looks clear.
Yeah, and then Borman will just do that, and then he'll look and see if they have like anything that looks like a chest or a big bag
Yes.
or something like that.
So this area that these guys are sitting in looks like at one time it was a marketplace, and it is completely shattered. There's torn and snow-covered canvas the canvas has this long has partially rotted away due to thaw or freezing and thawing and freezing and thawing. And there's broken masonry. Looks like at one time this was a covered stone structure. Um, there were numerous stalls in here that were covered, and you see that there are numerous destroyed crates that once at one time held numerous goods. Some goods are still in there. There is obviously bad fruit and vegetables in there. There is frost covered rotten meat, or they're in various states of preservation due to permafrost. But there are other items: crossbow bolts, arrows, short swords, splintered remains of crates that once held them. And you see that the satyrs have drug out an iron chest and pried it open, and inside you can see a pile of trade coins, and they've collected arrows and crossbow bolts that are sitting next to this, as well as their own sacks of loot that they were carrying.
I think we should take their stuff.
What do we know about satyrs?
We don't know shit about them. Not that I know of.
Maybe one of our smart people knows something.
Borman knows they've got gold and shit. And,
Yeah.
and they attacked us first. They're coming right for us.
You would know that they are fey humanoids with the legs and horns of a goat. They love dance, drink, and debauchery. So
Ooh.
they'll probably try to get you drunk and have sex with you.
All right.
They usually are found in deep, isolated forests.
All right. Well,
So
hey.
Jackson has definitely met them before.
More than likely, Jackson has probably run into satyrs. This is probably a good place to break for the week, and we can pick it up next week.
I don't think we got any XP.
You got a little
Well, we killed
bit.
one thing.
Yeah, you got a little bit. Let's see.
Okay.
It's not worth it. It'd be easier just to save it in a note till next time, probably.
Yeah, you each get 350 XP.
Okay.
More than I thought we were going to get.
All right.
All right, we will pick this up next week at 12 o'clock.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Amen.
Have a
We'll
good
see you
day.
next week. Yeah, have a great day.